Hello everyone, this is Tiana and today we are gonna discuss about depreciation. Okay, tell me, have you ever seen your dad buy a new car? Day one, he's polishing it, clicking photos, and won't even let you eat inside it. Now, fast forward 5 years, scratches everywhere, the AC makes a weird noise. And then what happens? The dealer offers him half the price he paid. That drop in value from showroom price to sir itna hi milega, that is depreciation. And in business, if you don't record this drop in your books, your profits are fake, your balance sheet is lying, and your marks, your exam answer is also wrong. So, in the next 5 minutes, let's fix all of that. Let's go. Let's start from the very beginning. What is depreciation? When your dad bought that car, it was a fixed asset, something bought for a long term use in the business and not for selling, not for stock. Examples of fixed assets are machinery, furnitures, vehicles, building. These are the examples of fixed assets. Now, every single day that car is used, it loses its value day by day. Petrol burns, parts wear out, newer model comes in, the value keeps dropping. Depreciation is simply the name we give to that fall in the value of the asset. So, what is the official definition? Depreciation is the gradual decrease or decline in the value of the fixed assets due to wear and tear, passage of time, give me 1 minute, wear and tear, passage of time, and obsolescence. Wear and tear, you understand. Use. Passage of time, as the time passes, the value of the asset will decrease. Obsolescence is nothing but newer, better versions come in the market that have older versions become outdated. I hope you're getting this point. So, why do we need a depreciation? Here's where student gets confused. They think the machine is still working. Why they write down its value? There are powerful reasons. And the reason number one is your profit is lying. Let's say you earned 5 lakh this year, but your machine is lost 50,000 in value. Your real profit is only 4 lakh 50,000. If you don't record the depreciation, you show 5 lakh as profit, pay more tax, and celebrate money you never really made. That's dangerous, right? Reason two, your balance sheet is lying. The car your dad bought for 10 lakh 5 years ago, it's not worth 10 lakh anymore. Your book should show its true current value, not the old one. Got my point? And the third reason, you need to replace it someday. One day that machine will completely break down. By charging depreciation every year, you're mentally and financially preparing to buy a new one. Depreciation is not just an accounting entry, it's a financial honesty. So there are three reasons to record depreciation. Got my point? First one is accurate profit reporting. Second one is truthful balance sheet. Third one is asset replacement planning. To plan your replacement of the assets, you're charging depreciation. I hope you're getting clear. Next, we will move on to the methods of depreciation. There are two methods of depreciation. One is straight line method of depreciation, straight line method, and the second one is WDV method, written down value of depreciation. We'll move on to the first one, straight line value of depreciation. So what is it? Straight line method is also called the fixed installment method. The idea is beautifully simple. You divide the cost of the assets equally across its entire useful life. Same amount every year. EMIs, it's similar to EMIs, but it is accounting. So depreciation formula will be cost minus the scrap value divided by its useful life. Wait, what is scrap value. That's the amount you expect to get when you finally sell the old worn out asset, like selling that old car to the junkyard for 50,000, also called residual or salvage value. Remember that that's for MCQ. Example here it's given the machine cost is 1 lakh and the scrap value is 10,000 and useful life is 9 years. So your depreciation is 10,000 per year. So year 1 depreciation will be 10,000, year 2 10,000, it will go on and on. And then till ninth year it will be 10,000. Absolutely fixed. Never changes. Draw this on a graph and you'll get the straight line. You can see this. Straight line, you get it. That's exactly why it is called straight line method of depreciation. After 9 years, what happens? Machine sits at its scrap value. If you calculate 1 lakh minus 10,000, 1 lakh minus 10,000, first year depreciation, then 90,000 will remain. Do it for 9 years. Your last value will be 10,000, and then 10th year, you're not charging any depreciation, right? It's for 9 years. Useful life is 9 years. So 9 years you're charging depreciation. So your residual value is 10,000 only. Got my point? And for whom this SLM method is useful? It is best for furnitures, leases, patents, things used evenly over time. Got it? Now we will move on to the WDV method. That is written down value of depreciation. And this has a twist. It's also called the diminishing balance method. Here, instead of charging depreciation on the original cost every year, you charge it on the remaining book value at the start of every year. So the depreciation amount keeps getting smaller every single year. Let me show you your dad's car. So the car's cost is 10 lakhs. One second. Car's cost is 10 lakhs, right? So first year depreciation is 10%. We keep 10%. So the book value, the depreciation amount will be 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. And the book value will be, at the end of first year will be 9 lakh. Second year, you will charge depreciation on this 9 lakh minus 10%, 8 lakh 10,000. So this will go on and on and on. See what's happening. The depreciation amount is reducing every year. Whereas in the fixed method, what was happening? The depreciation amount was constant throughout the year. Understood? And here's the wild part. Under WDV, the asset never reaches zero. Mathematically, it keeps reducing. Smaller and smaller and forever. Does that match real life? Actually, yes. Think about it. A new car loses the most of its value in the first year. After 5 years, it loses less. WDV captures that reality perfectly. Also, higher depreciation in early years means lower taxable profits in early years, which means tax savings. That's why businessmen love WDV. Best for machinery, vehicles, computers, things that age fastest when new. So let's find the difference between SLM and WDV. What is the difference? Depreciation amount, same every year. And for WDV, reduces every year. Charged on original cost. This is charged on the original cost. 1 lakh is the original value. 1 lakh is the original value. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, 1 lakh is the original value. And depreciation is 10,000. Second year, it will be 90. And then again, depreciation is same. So it's charged on the original cost percentage. And here it is on the reducing value ka minus 10% you charge. Asset reaches zero. Yes, if you calculate, the asset reaches zero. Here the asset doesn't reach zero. It will be 0.00000, 1, 2, 3 like that. Tax benefit spread evenly. Every year you're charging the same amount, right? And here more in earlier years. Earlier years, when you saw here the example, earlier year it was more. First year it was 9 lakh, then it reduced to 90,000. Then it'll keep reducing. Best for furniture leases, your machinery leases. I hope you got this. One exam tip that saves every time. If the question says depreciation at X percentage on cost, it is SLM. If it says X percentage on WDV, written down value, it is WDV. The question tells you the answer, just read it carefully. Three more things before you go, and these come in exam every single time. Trick number one, name trap. Scrap value, residual value, salvage value, all are same thing. Don't panic when the paper uses a different word. They are testing your vocabulary, not a new concept. Trick number two. Trick number two, non-cash expense. Depreciation reduces your profit on paper, but no actual cash leaves your business. How is the journal entry passed? Depreciation account debit to furniture. Furniture value is reducing, right? And this will be debited to P&L, profit and loss. P&L is hit, debit, and furniture value is reduced. Got my point? But no actual cash flow. Is there any cash outflow here? No, right? Nothing is paid to anyone. It is a non-cash expense. This is the favorite MCQ trick of every examiner. Trick number three, fixed assets only. Depreciation is only for fixed assets. Stocks, debtors, cash, these are not depreciate. The moment you see stock in a depreciation problem, ignore it completely. So, rapid fire recap, 15-second rapid fire, let's go. Depreciation is a fall in the value of fixed assets. There are three reasons, that is true profit, true asset value, replacement planning. SLM is equal to the same amount charged on the original cost every year, and WDV is the reducing amount charged on the book value. WDV asset never reaches zero. Non-cash expense, no money goes out, no outflow. Scrap is equal to residual is equal to salvage. All are same. Remember that car from the beginning? Your dad polishing it on day one, and 5 years later, the AC is making weird noises, and the dealers offering half the price. Itna hi milega. Now you know what exactly to call that. That is depreciation. And more importantly, you know how to record it, why it matters, and which method to use and when. You're not the same student who started this video. Go prove it in your exam. Subscribe. Provisions and reserves is next. And trust me, bring a pen. Thank you.